I'm sure you've had discussions with your colleagues about the value of being a generalist, a general practitioner, and the value of being a specialist or a boutique law firm. I think the core of all of these discussions can be framed in one simple question. And that question is, what business am I in? Supplement that question with, who are my customers? Who are the clients that I want to serve? Do I want to serve them because of the industry in which they are? For example, in the food industry, or in aerospace, or in entertainment? Or do I want to serve them because of their condition, the problems that they're having? For example, are they having labor management problems? Are they having compliance problems with the government? What is it that is their condition that causes me to want to represent them? So I think that you first have to ask yourself what business you're in, but follow that up quite quickly with, who are my customers and what is their condition? And is it their industry or their particular problem that I want to address? And the last question in this trilogy that I want to suggest to you is, what do they consider is your value? What is it that they're looking for? What are the challenges that they face that will cause them to pick up the phone and call you? These are questions that you must answer before you develop your own marketing campaign, before you determine which clients to serve and how best to serve them. And some questions that I think you can ask them would go along the following line. Why did you hire me? Ask your client, your prospect, that question. Why is it that you hired me? What is it that you saw in me that you thought I could address the challenge that you face? What is it that you hope to achieve? If somebody is coming to me, for example, when I practiced law for the 25 years of my firm, and they expected that I could get them justice when the legal system enabled us to provide some economic benefit only, I knew I was in a problem state. I knew that I could not really satisfy them. And so I had to have a conversation with them that maybe they were looking to the wrong venue. Maybe they needed a psychiatrist. Maybe they needed a legislator. Maybe they needed somebody else. But that justice is not what the legal system is here to do. What were the issues that you faced that caused you to hire me? That would be the third question. So in other words, get some background from them as to what motivated them to start that conversation with you. Then I would ask them, okay, what were our results? And what value did you get from our engagement together? These are issues and questions that I think you need to ask. And I'm particularly sensitive to this idea of value. It's one thing to bill in a certain way, whether alternative billing, which we've talked about on more than one occasion, or the billable hour, or any other method of billing your clients that you select, that your client agrees to. The real bottom line issue, A, to getting paid and getting paid promptly in accordance with your agreement, and B, to anticipate that you might get a referral from your present client. The real question that you have to ask them is, what value did they perceive that they derived from working with you? You know, I ask that question every day that I have an involvement with my clients, all of whom, like you, are lawyers. I ask, what is the value that you perceived you got from our current conversation? And if I get an answer that says, well, I'm not sure, or I didn't get much value, then I stay connected with them until they can walk away and say, yes, I see the value, I understand the value, and this is exactly what I got. This is what I needed This is what I was looking for. Unless and until you can do that with your client, you have not completed the education cycle with your client that will cause them to pay your bill, not only thinking that it is good value, but also get paid promptly. This is probably the best antidote for prompt collection of accounts receivable, for the absence of debt, bad debt with your clientele. Think about this. What value have you provided to your client? What value did your client perceive they received from you? Thanks for joining us today.